So in a break from wiring, one of the jobs that I've been wanting to do and been putting off is trying out the new intake manifold I've bought for the car. Currently then, I have this cut down standard Sierra EFI manifold on the car, and it has served me well. But as you can see, if I move here, it's now going to be pointing directly at this coolant hose. So what I've done is bought a standard, unmodified Sierra EFI inlet manifold, which I'm just hoping now will clear the strut brace and will also therefore lift the throttle body up above that coolant hose and give me some better routing for the boost pipes. This one's a lot bigger. Oh boy, does it need cleaning. That fits a lot better. Clearance wise, I can definitely work with that. Hell of a lot better than the old one. Definitely need to clean up because the thing's bloody filthy, but that is going to be a hell of a lot better for getting a boost pipe on than the old one. Nice. That looks really good in the engine bay. I can't wait to get this manifold cleaned up and properly installed in here because it looks proper mean like that. It's making this whole bay really come together. Really pleased. Okay, so that's the inlet manifold basically stripped down. I need to take the coolant sensor out, but I don't have a socket deep enough to do that. Throttle body can stay on for cleaning it up. And you can see it is absolutely caked in crap, and so dirty my hands are just from handling it, trying to get it apart. So get that cleaned up, and that is going to be lovely. So just had a first go using a bit of muck off and some hard brushes. This under here was completely black, kind of like that bit still is, but the whole underside. And the same for under the plenum area there and in here. So you can see some of it is still pretty gross. As you can see behind me though, losing the light now and don't really want to turn the pressure washer on at this time of night, so I'll be doing that one tomorrow. As you may have noticed, new exhaust housing well, new used but cleaned up and beautiful condition exhaust housing for the new turbo. So you can see in there that's actually the right flange on there now. It all sits on there properly. The flange from a downpipe, that fits on there properly. The compressor housing is going to sit something like that. So as I mentioned previously, this bracket that's cast into the housing, that needs to be taken off, so I'll get that sorted at some point. That's just going to mean I've got bonnet clearance space. Also sorted out the oil feed and coolant lines. So that turbo is good to go. So confirmed it is definitely TD05 based. It seems to be a modern equivalent to a TD05 20G. It's not a TD05 20G. I have got the part number, but I can't obviously share it for reasons sort of mentioned in previous video. But yeah, it's sort of TD05 20G type turbo. So I reckon this could be good for sort of 400 horsepower on this Pinto. Not sure I want to go that high, but it's still going to be good. Okay, so just another quick look before starting the jetting. So on this section of the manifold, it didn't come up as well as I wanted. These areas, just that black or not shift. Around the top, did a better job. Obviously still loads of remnants of crap. So I think the solution on this one might be to paint it. So whenever I see something like this on somebody else's YouTube videos, I do kind of always assume that it was a setup. But now I'm going to start believing them a little bit more often, because this just happened to me. This is why you should always take apart anything that you buy and make sure that someone hasn't stuffed latex gloves inside it. Yeah, so this is the new manifold. It had this throttle body on it. I was just taking it off because I'm getting it ready to paint. Those gloves are in it. So just ran a quick coat of etch primer over the manifold to give something, just so the paint's got something better to bond to. Just going to let that dry for a few minutes, flip it over and do the other side. So got some silver on there now, and the good news is it doesn't look painted, which is exactly what I wanted. It looks like cast metal. So yeah, quite happy with that. This inlet manifold is the gift that keeps on giving. Yep, that's a pen. Okay, so now that the manifold is empty of the last owner's crap that I'm guessing is probably why this manifold was for sale, because I think they must have killed their engine with this shit inside that intake. Anyway, it is now all painted up, reassembled with all the bits that I wanted to put on it. It looks pretty good. Excuse the unfinished wiring around it. This is my rest break from doing wiring, but I think you'll agree that looks pretty good. If I didn't trust any of the ancillaries that were on that intake, why would you when it was so full of crap? So, got the idle control valve off the old one, painted black, sealed a gasket maker. My old throttle body, again sealed a gasket maker and a gasket because that worked well last time. And my fuel pressure regulator, now painted black and converted to AN6 fittings for the fuel lines. And then right down at the back there, just down there, is one of the little cover brackets, also painted black, and the throttle cable bracket, guess what, painted black. I think that all looks really smart, really pleased with how it's come out. Just need to get the fuel rail now sorted for AN6 fittings, surprisingly, and then can get that in with the same injectors I was running before, the 500cc Impreza ones. Not 500cc, 540cc, something like that, I can't remember now. Not the baby blues, the bigger ones that are like the pinks but are a different colour blue. Impreza guys will know what I mean. Anyway, yeah, really pleased with how this has come out. I think that's going to be the end of this video of distraction from the wiring then. So in the next video I'm going to be finishing off getting the body loom completed. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and click the little bell icon next to it to make sure you get notifications on when the future videos come out.